Good Monday morning, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. Is everybody adjusted to the daylight saving time? Man, what a stupid thing. Anyway, at least on the bright side, my clock on my nightstand and my truck and my Explorer now have the right time once again, so that's a good thing. And I wish they'd just leave it on this time, the one we just changed to, because I like that the best. But nobody listens to what I want. So, although I did hear the one of the evening weather guys. Actually, he's the chief meteorologist, David Chanley. He does these live stream things sometime in the evening, and I was watching one of his, and I heard him say that he said they were going to leave it like this, but I don't remember hearing that. I don't know. We'll see. Anybody know if that's the case? I don't know if that's just a Georgia thing or what, but we'll see. Let me check out and see who's hanging out with me here. Thomas Grimm's here. He says, I might as well set this up so I don't miss the session. I think spring has sprung in Austin, high in the upper 70s or low 80s for the next 10 days. Yeah, that sounds like spring to me. Larry Galt's here. He says, morning, everyone. Monday again. I'll be running the Gatton today. Well, hot diggity. That's a good deal. Larry also says, morning, Thomas Grimm, fellow Austinite. Actually, I don't claim Austin. I'm in Dripping Springs. Yeah. It's probably just easier to tell folks you're in Austin because they've heard of Austin. It's like I tell folks, whenever I check in someplace, I'll say hello from Atlanta or something, but I'm not in Atlanta. Don't want to be in Atlanta. But not many people know where McDonough is. So, let's see. Let me see. Mark Lindsay's here. How you doing, Mark? Good morning to you. Jim Shears is here. He needs some coffee, apparently. I don't blame you. I need some too. Dave B's here. He says, good morning, all. 47 here in Kansas, going to 58. At least almost all the snow has melted. Yeah, all mine's melted. Gary Hammett's here. Good morning, Gary. We'll see how many people show up this morning, because I don't know if you noticed, but I posted the thing over there on Facebook and put the link, but I'm not broadcasting to Facebook over there. And I'd be willing to bet that most people won't bother to come over here on YouTube to hang out. And that's okay. They can stay over there and do their fussing on Facebook. That's fine with me. Kevin Els is here. Good morning, Kevin. How you doing? Dave B says no. I'm not sure what that's about, but Monroe Cook's here. Good morning. George Rothfuss. Good morning. Oh, he's talking about okay, I got it now. You're saying no to the, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But that's what the chief meteorologist guy was saying the other day. And I'm like, man, I don't remember hearing about that, because that would have been big news, I think. Yeah, they won't do it, because they don't do anything we want them to do. All they do is spend money. Let's see. Clyde says going up to the 50s today. All righty. Tell you what, Clyde, you sent me that picture of that, I guess it was that little shield thing the other day, and I've been looking. In fact, I've got it up over here right now. I was looking on Amazon, and there's this thing. I think this would do what I want it to do. It's a screw terminal block breakout shield module for Arduino Uno R3. So I think I would be able to connect external drivers to that. And I may be trying to switch over one of my machines to use that instead of the old school stuff. I don't know. I'll have to send you a picture of this and get your opinion on it. I think it says it's a shield, it's a breakout shield. So I'm thinking, I believe that would do what I want to do, which is hook up DM542 drivers to it, and then run using running the Arduino. I will do that a little later. Marcellus here. He says, hi, all from Niagara Falls, Canada, or Canad, as he says. Gary says, they are talking about it, but Alabama did it a few years ago, and U.S. Congress has to approve of it. Okay. Well, did they approve of Alabama doing it? I can remember a long time ago. It's been a pretty good while now, I guess. Jim Bashirs, he's in Indiana, I think. He might remember this. But used to, Indiana didn't switch. And because I remember every time I'd go up there, depending on what time of the year it was, on parts of the year we would switch and they wouldn't. So that would make us on the same time. And so driving up, I wouldn't lose an hour or gain an hour. But then other times, if we were ahead of them, I'd drive up there, so I'd gain an hour going up, but I'd lose it coming back. So, but I'm pretty sure they change all the time too now. Clyde says they won't change time because they want the same time as New York. Yeah. Oh, they'll allow states to go on standard time all year, but not daylight saving time. Well, standard time sucks, if you ask me. I just don't like it. I like having it stay late till about 9 o'clock or so in the middle of summer. I like that. Get a lot of stuff done. JB says, really nice Jack Daniels bottle, by the way. Yeah, I got it right here. You might be able to see it better if I hold it like this. The little video I shot, the glamour, I call them the glamour shots, where I put it on that little spinny thing. I kept going out there and I would shoot a little clip of that and I'd bring it in here. And in fact, my SD card's still in this computer. And I'd look at it and I'd go, nah, I can't get the lighting right. Because I put that walnut oil on it and it made it dark. Then you got to get the lighting just right to be able to see it. But it really looks good in person. But now let me show another side. Most of that text, except the very small stuff, came out good enough that you can actually read it. But when I did that video, I went out there like 4 different times, and I'd come back in here and go, nah, it still doesn't look that great. And finally, I just said, I just don't have the lighting out there in the garage to do it properly without dragging out a light and pointing right on it. And I didn't bother with that. But yeah, that was a fun little project. I got I don't know what I'll run on that thing next. I don't really have anything planned. I got a project planned, but it's just on a regular CNC. It's not on the Revolution thing. Okay, Clyde says you can run the DM542s right off the Arduino Uno with breadboard wires, no screws, shield. Yeah, but wouldn't it be better to have the shield because those breadboard wire things, they just kind of, let's see, they just kind of poke, slide over the pin and stuff. I would think they wouldn't be as secure as using a breakout thing like that. But let's see, Jim says, as far back as I can remember, we switched, but the northwest corner of the state was on Central Standard Time, so we lose an hour or gain one, depending on which way you travel. Yeah. Well, I'd have to look that up to see when, like the Indianapolis area, when they switch, because they used to not switch, and like I said, we did down here, and every time I travel, it would, depending on what time of year it would be we were hour different, or we might be the same. But let me look and see if I can find. I'll Google that. Okay, here it says before 2006, most of Indiana did not observe daylight saving time. However, some counties decided to use it, creating confusion. Yeah, it says here since 2006, all counties in Indiana observe daylight saving time. Yeah, because I've been going back and forth to Indiana a long time. I'm born and raised in Indiana, but I've been down here in Georgia way longer than I was in Indiana. I was in Indiana for about 25 years and been going on 40 something now down here. So I'm a transplant, I guess. Yeah, so I guess about 2006, something like that. Let's see. Clyde says that's nice. I guess he's talking about the bottle. Appreciate it, Clyde. I really was kind of worried about running that last pass because I knew it was going to take a while. And I thought, I've already got, probably about 10 hours into the thing. And if it messes up now, but I just let it run. I set it up and let it run. And I'd come on back in the house. And, every once in a while I'd look at my camera and if I was in the other end of the house, I could hear it. If I turned the TV down or something, I could hear it good enough to tell it was still going. I just go out there and check on it. And that little Bob's revolution, it just kept right on going. Just kept it going. I see somebody sent me an email. Let's see what kind of junk mail I got. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff over there. Just ordered some more resin from Amazon. I'm gonna try it. Here's something, an email about a keto diet. Yeah. Like I'm gonna read that. Yeah, I'm gonna got another little resin project lined up, I think. They're kind of fun to do. Let's see. Dave B says, daylight saving time was started in World War I and has came and went several times since. Yeah. I imagine they'll keep it around just because they know people get aggravated with it. You know. For the law to pass, it will require an approval from Congress. Until then, we will continue shifting our clocks every year. Yeah. All righty. Mark says the biggest thing you can do to shorten 3D runtimes is to increase your plunge rate to equal your feed rate. Well, the thing of it is, the way I run them, there's really no plunging. There's only one plunge, and then it never comes up off the material because it's running back and forth. So it plunges one time and retracts one time. The rest of the time, it's zipping back and forth. Never comes off the. I mean, it's still raising up and down to match the shape of the thing, but it's not leaving the material. Marcelo says, what about doing a fancy chess night? I don't know. I've already done one of those with my other rotary. I think what I'm going to do is, of course, it'd take me a while, but I think, and that's why I ordered the resin this morning. But I think what I'm going to do is, I got a bunch of little containers that are round that'd be just about the right diameter, and I think I'm going to cut up some scraps and put in there, and then mix up some resin that'll be a cool, with some swirls and stuff in it, and pour that in there and make a blank, and then try to turn that on that revolution thing. But I don't have any idea what I'm going to make. It'd have to be something that'll look cool. I guess anything would look cool if you get the, I got a bunch of that walnut that are just scrap pieces from stuff I've cut other stuff out of. So I could just kind of chop it all up and, cram it in there. And then that way I'm not using a ton of resin. But, we're still talking about the Z thing. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's doing it at the plunge rate, but if you got the plunge rate set the same, and once, like I said, it's not plunging but that one time. It's only coming down and hits that material, and the rest of the time it's just following the path of the whatever you roughed it out to. And if you raise that up, it's still hauling ass. So it's just the step over rate's what kills you, because to get a good finish, there's no way around it. You have to have it, and that one little tiny bit, it's the radius tip is only 0.0156. So I had the step over set to 0.0015, so 1.5 thousandths of an inch. So it's like when you stared at the, and it's got Bob's has got that big Longworth chuck thing. You could stare at it and you still couldn't hardly see it move. If you put your finger on it, when the router got to one end, you could feel it move just a little bit, but you couldn't even see it. It's moving whatever that nth of degree would be. But But yeah, it's hardly moving at all. And that's why I wasn't going to stand out there and babysit it. I'm like, if it messes up, it messes up. Because I'm just going to let it run and hope for the best, because I am not going to stand out there and watch it. Mark says, that sounds cool. I want to try a resin pour using scraps. I think it'd be a cool way to use them up. Yeah. Yeah, when I did that thing back there, every time, because you always mix up more than what you need. You try to get it close, but you don't want to be short, so you always mix up more than what you need. And I've got every time I had some left over, I would just pour it in a container, and then this is what I got. So you can see the different layers, and then you can always take this and turn that into something or whatever. But by the way, Mark, did I miss it? Whatever happened to your pirate thing? I thought you were gonna run that. I don't remember seeing it unless I missed it. Just wondering how that come out. Clyde says, if X is 100 and Z is 50, both will only go 50. Well, that's if they're both moving at the same time. But if it's just the X movement, it will go whatever it is. Because you can look at the speed on the thing, and it'll be set like when the X is going across. If the Z is not moving, it'll show whatever you've got your X set for. But then when it starts dipping, if your Z is different than your X, it will drop down to who knows what, because it's constantly going up and down. So that thing will be flipping around all different ways. And it'll still do that even if you have it set exactly the same, because it still slows down to do certain things. Like when it get to that text, it would stop and go kind of jiggle. You'd think the whole thing was about to fall apart. So, but okay, pirate was put on hold, I guess. All right. I wondered what happened to that, because I thought you were about ready to run it. I was anxious to see that. Mark says, I've been running walnut through my planer. I've shaved the shavings. I think he meant saved the shavings to use in a resin pour. Yeah, I got a whole bag of stuff from when I was turned on the lathe of mahogany shavings that's what I was planning on doing, is putting it in a container and then pouring resin over it. But I think I may try to do that and see how the Bob's Revolution would handle that. I think it'd do okay. Probably make a dadgum mess, though, man. Because well, maybe you don't know, but you turning resin, man, that stuff gets everywhere. It gets everywhere when you turn it on a lathe. It gets everywhere when you surface it with a CNC. It is a mess, but it's cool when you get it done. Except that stuff, you'll be seeing it in your shop for months to come because of how sticky and staticky it is. But Mark says he'll be on it in a couple of weeks. All right, I'll be watching for it. I thought maybe I'd missed it, because I know it's been a while. Yeah, I got this thing here. It says Arduino screw terminal breakout. I'm gonna send you a picture of this, Clive. I'm pretty sure, and it's only like $21, and it's even got a spot for like a ribbon cable, but it don't look like it comes with a ribbon cable. It's just got all those little screw terminals. I'm pretty sure that would do what I want it to do. So I may. That's only $21. May get it anyway. If it don't work for what I want, I haven't lost a lot. Rob Schuster says, "Morning. This time change makes it an hour earlier for me." Yeah, I think you're one of them states that don't change time, aren't you? Aren't you, Rob? Mark says tax refund going to a tax collector. Or dust collector, not a tax collector. Yeah, tax refund going to a dust collector. That makes more sense than a tax collector. Yeah, you'll definitely need a dust collector. Although I will tell you that stuff is so staticky, it don't really work that great trying to suck up that stuff because I had it all over the place. But I wasn't really trying to run my dust collection. It might have done better, I guess. I feel like it would have clogged it though because that stuff gets so stringy. I don't know. But I can only imagine. Well, I mean, that Bob's Revolution thing, or any rotary axis for that matter, because you can't hardly get dust collection around that thing. They make a mess anyway. But I can only imagine doing resin. What kind of mess that would make. But I'll have to come up with something that I can make out of that. I don't know. I'll have to look around. I have a bunch of models and stuff. Some of them I've even purchased. And then I've also got a lot of free stuff from Thingiverse and those kind of places. I'll have to go through and look through there. Maybe something will catch my eye and make me want to do that. But anywho, I guess it's about time to get out of here. My timer's just about up. And get ready to get the day started here. It's finally, man, we had a rough weekend. That high winds and stuff and cold as all get out. And it's finally going to start warming up. Let me see what it is right now. Yeah, it's 40 degrees now. I don't think it got over 40 all weekend, the way that wind was howling. There goes my timer. Let's see what it's supposed to get up to today. And low 60s looks like. And then let's see what the rest of the week. 63 tomorrow. Chance of rain looks like. Thunderstorms Wednesday, 60. And then towards the end, Thursday, 71. I don't know. It looks like we're still not going to be in the 70s until next week sometime. That's all right, as long as it's not freezing cold. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here, get my day started. Hope y'all get yours started. Get you lots of coffee because that daylight saving time is a little tricky to get used to that first day or two. But anyway, y'all have a good one. And let's see, how many did we have over here? About 16 looks like watching. Oh man, y'all are slackers on the thumbs up. Nobody's hitting the thumbs up over there. Man, I thought I had y'all trained too. I guess not. But anyway, y'all have a good Monday morning, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a good